Hello and welcome back to Sarah's Spare Corner. My name is Sarah. I am the host of Sarah's Spare Corner. Sarah's Spare Corner encompasses gaming as well as arts, crafts, and various different forms of creativity. Additionally, I like sharing theories, concepts, and ideas as I am a philosophy major, and when I'm not bored, I travel places and I might post about it. Do you ever have one of those days where it's just a bad editing day? That is my vibe right now. So we are going to pass the time by playing this game that I horribly failed at the last time I played it. And I'm going to play for only 1 hour. Set the timer for an hour.
1 hour, starting now.
So in that way, I don't do what I did last time, which was play for like 3+ hours. Okay. Now we have some things we need to do. So it looks like we need to craft an expander in... No, we need to turn that on. There we go. Science, crew, engineering, what is this emergency quarters? Phaser control. Right, we need to turn this on. We have like no energy now. Great. So now the food issue is dealt with, right? Emergency rations, normal food rations, premium replicator rations. Are you telling me we're on emergency rations right now? Let's go to normal food rations. Relax. Okay. Where is shield generator? Okay, maybe we should turn this on. We're definitely running out of energy. That's the first thing we're gonna go do. Workshop. There we go. Okay, we need to make the expander. Okay, there we go. So the expander is now being created. So let's go back to our system. So there's a few things we need to do. That's 2 cycles away. That's also 2 cycles away. 3 cycles away. Well, we should go here first because we need... Oh, wait, maybe not. No, we need to go anyway. What is this? Oh, it's a repair station. Glass G. Duranium and dilithium. Has both. Nice. We are running low on energy, so there's that. Okay. Let's go here first. I think we should then go here, collect everything, and go here. Hold on. We need to organize this because I noticed that it's very strategic the way you go certain routes. So go here, then here, then here, come here, go in. Maybe? Let's do that. Okay, I'm aware. We'll deal with that in a second, okay? So we're here. All right, so Captain, we have found an abandoned ship. We can blindly beam a team aboard to open the storage and relieve all contents, or destroy the vestige, salvage the parts, send a shuttle, breach the storage from the outside, and extract resources. This is not a bad idea. And this one has less of a bad chance, I think. Let's do this one. All right, whatever. At least nobody died. Okay, let's go over here. We need to put more power. Okay, that's all on. All right, these need to be repaired. Okay, oops. On. Okay, is there anybody in here? No, there's nobody in here. Okay, now we should turn on the holodeck. Oh, we don't have enough energy. Okay, that's fine. We'll turn it on in a second. Okay, so, we have encountered a debris field. So we can risky ambush through scan debris, quickly beam aboard any valuable salvage, or have the shuttle perform close range scans before salvage operations. This one seems like the best option. Please don't give me red. Oh, lost due to full storage. Okay, so that means we may need to build a new storage facility. So we don't have enough. Okay, never mind. We need some of this stuff. Okay, let's go here actually, and then we'll collect this next. Actually, no, I did that. Leave it for now. We'll come here. This is what we want. Okay, use your standard mining procedure for low yield. We located a rich asteroid field. Okay. Use an experimental mining for higher potential yield. See, this is okay, but... Okay, let's try this. No! We got nothing. Okay. Let's try this one, then. I don't think we need a repair station. I don't think anything's broken. Okay, we came across an abandoned mine station. The station is under lockdown. It seems to be damaged. Safely search for anything valuable. Destroy storage facilities and salvage resources. I need to stop doing risks. Look at this. Oh my, crew's getting sick. Okay, no, we need to go back to the ship. We need to get this repaired. I'm sorry, what is that blue? What does the blue mean? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Bio-neutral gel packs are vital resource and used for essential repairing, life support, as well as constructing upgrade rooms. They are produced in the biolaboratory from food and titanium. Do we have a biolab? I don't think we do. Okay, well, let's get some debris removed, and then hopefully we can get more stuff going. That is a ruined room. Oh, let's turn on the holodeck. Get some people happy. So we should make a biolab, I guess, is what I'm hearing, because I don't think we have one. What does it take to build one? Okay, well, I guess it won't tell me. Return to the Kazon Raider to recover the console. Oh, where is that again? Is that this? Or is that this? I don't know where I am. Is this where I'm supposed to be? It is. Okay, so we're supposed to go there. It is 11 cycles away. We don't have enough energy for that. We need to collect some energy to do this. Okay, well, let me get close. All right, so there's a trading station here. What can we trade? Trade duranium for food. Trade duranium for deuterium for duranium. Trade the lithium for duranium. And is which? I don't know if I can give up something. I don't really need food. Like, we're good. Deuterium, I think, is what we need. No, duranium is something we're low on based on the fact that we can't trade for this. So there is deuterium, the lithium, duranium. Could trade 900 for 7 duranium? 70 plus duranium. Okay, well, that worked out because we needed that anyway. Spent too much time in the sector. Captain, tensions are rising. The crew is growing anxious. We linger here too long and doubts are spreading about our commitment to the journey home. Oh my god. I'm trying. Okay, shoot a thermal beam to heat a wide spade for mining. Launch a torpedo to shatter the surface for resources. Let's play it safe. Okay, up to a space station now. Oh, nice. Okay, no work team available. Can clear that room. Okay, we need a biolab. So is it in technology? Science laboratory, hydroponics. Biolaboratory. What do we need? What are we missing? A special facility for synthesis of biological material. What are we missing? What can I not get? Maybe, do we have a science lab? Real question. I think we do. Sick bay, engineering, emergency quarters, crew quarters, battery compartment, holodeck, cargo bay, crew quarters, science lab. So we do have a science lab. Fires powerful beams that deals moderate damage to shields and moderate damage to hull, providing more energy to weapons, increasing fire rate. Each additional room requires 2 energy. Shield generator, disruptor array control, a cloaking device. Wow, that's nice. I just don't know what we're missing here. Is it something we have to... Oh, it might be something in our skill tree. So what is it? A biolab, I think it is? Oh, yeah, right here. So we have to basically uncover something so we can get this. I just want to know what it is. Are we researching anything? We have to get science points, which will allow us to get certain things. But I don't know if that means it'll unlock certain options for us to train ourselves in. And it looks like we're not learning anything right now. So maybe we just need more science labs. So what does this do? Let me see. Okay. We can research. Oh! So that's how this works. Okay. So you're probably rolling your eyes. But because there's different tiers, now we're researching that tier, which allows us to research everything in that tier, from what I understand. But to be fair, we're in tier 1, and this isn't even able to research. So I'm not sure how that works, but maybe it'll show up at some point. Let's hope. So we've got Kess working on that now. Okay, in the meantime, we need a cargo bay, because it doesn't seem like we're going to get a laboratory anytime soon, so we might as get a cargo bay. Or we could wait a couple of cycles, clear this whole space out, get a cargo bay in, and then we'll have space later for a laboratory. Maybe that's what we'll do. It seems like we have 7 injured crew. Sorry, dudes. Yikes. We don't need to go to the repair system. Okay. Scan the array for leftover resources. Destroy a part of the station where the cargo might be. Let's do this one. Oh, we got some good stuff in there. That's good. Okay. It looks like we might have... I'll turn the... Oh, what? I'm confused. What went out? No life support. In what room? This area? What drama? Resume. But this won't turn on. Not sure why. Maybe we don't have enough of something else. I think that's fine. They can go without a holodeck for a bit. Okay, great. That is ready. All right, so we have found another abandoned ship. Blindly beam. Destroy the vessel, salvage debris, or send a shuttle. Let's send a shuttle. Nice. So now we are full on that. Let's get a cargo bay now built. Emergency quarters, sick bay, holodeck, observation. No. Science laboratory, hydroponics. No. Maintenance, cargo bay. Can't build a large one. Then we can get more, whatever it's called. How far is that? That's 4 cycles away. Okay, let's go here for Sikaris. All right, great. And I need to know how, hold on, that's not it. How much room does a science bay take? So this takes 3. Let's get some crew quarters going. We can do one here, and then we'll put the lab right here once it's available to us, whenever that is. Inhabitants known as the Sicarans are practically rolling out of the red carpet, inviting the crew to spend days relaxing on their world, promising a prime opportunity to boost morale and finally get some rest. Decline politely or accept. Let's just accept. Please don't give me something ratchet. Oh my gosh, good. During a shore leave, the crew discovered the Sicarans possessed advanced space-folding technology capable of sending Voyager over half the Alpha Quadrant. This might be their best opportunity to growing home. Okay, during the shore leave, the crew discovers they possess this technology. We can offer Federation knowledge in return for the access to the Sicaran technology. We can secure it by any necessary means, or locate the Sicaran willing to share technology without official approval. Let's just go safe. Oh my god. Citing their own prime directive, the Sicarans refuse the trade. The crew is disappointed but understands that they inherit their own directive. They should respect another's even when it impacts Voyager. Well, that could have ended worse, objectively. Oh my god, I forgot to go over here? Oh, that's so out of way. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, a cargo bay is now ready, which is great. So we are actually going to, yes, which means now we have more room available. That's food, okay, because we need as much as we can get. So quickly beam aboard, have a shuttle perform. Just don't want to risk crew members, but it seems like no matter what we do, we definitely will. So let's try this one. Nice. So we are now full on storage for this. So let's leave this quadrant because we need to anyways. People are mad at us. Crew quarters are now available. Inhabitants are 0. Really? Huh. Maybe it's because we have this. So if we get rid of this, I assume, then we'd have people move in here. Yes. Okay. So we can now dismantle. And it seems like there's 12 people living there. 7 out of 10. Maybe some people will move over when they realize it's a better home. The emergency quarters are now gone. Okay, great. We have now researched 2nd science tier. Okay, you will allow me to research this. This is good. This is what we want. A biolaboratory. So that's next. And then we can also research a 2nd level of hydroponics. Seeing the amount of resources at a point of interest while scanning. That might be helpful. We'll get that. Transporter room level 2. And then navigation deflector. Reduces hull damage while flying and sabbatical phenomenon by additional -5 per cycle. Okay, this is kind of interesting. All right, a new trade offer received. That's good. What do we got? Let's check it out. Okay, so you want -50 of our science points, and you'll give me 500 food. Yeah, sure. Let's trade. Not a bad one. And we can get some food while we're here. And then we'll go to the Kazon next. We'll just use our flora knowledge. Okay, let's go to the Kazon. All right, Harry Kim says, Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Let's continue. Harry Kim says, Captain, 2 Kazon Neutrism raiders approaching. They're hailing us. Catherine Janeway says, open a channel. Kazon vessel. I am Catherine Janeway, captain of the Federation starship Voyager. Kalul says, I'm Kalul of the first Malaj of the Kazon Nistrim. What have you done to our ship? Catherine Janeway says we responded to a distress call. By the time we arrived, there was only one survivor. Kalal says, I demand to speak to him. Neelix says, we better not refuse the man. of the Kazon Natrum Milage, Captain. Lieutenant Nuenez says we should question the survivor first without outside influence. Kalal says, I demand to see my crew member immediately. I'm going to say we're going to allow to visit. Your choice has consequences. Yes, I'm sure. Catherine Janeway says, all right, we'll beam you over. Your crewmen will recover Milage Kalal. Few physicians have achieved such a... Kalal says, I will take him back to my ship. Catherine Janeway says, I'd prefer he'd stay here. We found a Federation technology in a ship and I want some answers. Kalal says, very well, Captain. At least allow me a moment with him. So Janeway and the doctor turn away, granting Kalal a moment of privacy. His injured crewman, a tense silence fills the air, broken only by a hum of biomonitors. Suddenly, a faint rattle, the sound of the sharp intake of breath. Janeway and the doctor turn around. Kalal pulls a small device from the Kazon's neck, completely concealing in his sleeve. Within seconds, the Kazon patient starts to shake violently, and then he collapses. Classic. The doctor says he's dead. Catherine Janeway says, what have you done? Kalal says, me? Captain, he simply expired. Catherine Janeway says, get off my ship. Catherine Janeway says, Janeway to away team. Get ready to recover the console. Kalal says, keep your hands off the ship or it will be considered an act of war, Captain. I don't know. Do I want to... Like, we're already kind of at war with them, no? This music's very intense. I mean, sure. Take the ship. Catherine Janeway says, we don't want more Kazon trouble. Take the ship. Kalal says, good, you're smarter than I thought, Captain. Now, we'll never know if the console came from Voyager. Lieutenant Luez says I carry out an investigation. All signs indicate that we have a traitor on board, and we will find them. Whatever is necessary, Lieutenant. I just, we could take them. Do I really want to? Wait until the security investigation is complete. Okay, sure. How long do we have here? While we're here, let's grab some food and then get out. Because this is a good area for food. I guess we'll just hunt them. Nice. Captain, the crew is running out of patience. There's genuine anger across the decks. Your officers are now openly challenging the necessity of this prolonged delay. Okay, good. So now we can build a biolab. No. There we go. Okay, that's done. Oh, okay. Lieutenant Luez says, Captain, I have completed my investigation. The doctor says, Dr. ToBridge, I have analyzed Ensign Seska's blood sample. No childhood disease could ever explain her genetic markers. Ensign Seska is a Cardassian. Genetically altered to look Bajoran. Chakotay says, this is crazy. Impossible. You want me to believe Seska, a Cardassian agent who infiltrated the Maquis? Lieutenant Luez says, Ensign Seska being a Cardassian agent isn't as far-fetched as you might think. There's a common trick used to cosmetic alterations for infiltration. Chakotay says, what are your findings? Lieutenant Luez says, an unauthorized transmission was sent to a Kazon a week ago. It originated in Lieutenant Carey's station. Also, I found an encrypted security code and the requisition file for replicator materials. That code, however, belongs to Ensign Seska. Catherine Janeway says, incompetent or intent? Thank you, Lieutenant. Options. Summarize all clues again. Decide confronting the traitor. Because I know it's Seska. I remember this. I know what I need to do. For weeks, a traitor has been in our midst, actively conspiring with the Kazon. That ends today. Confront Carey? He's the traitor? No, he's not. Confront Seska. She's the traitor. I know my choice has consequences. This one's actually a right one, though. Ensign Seska, you are charged with treason. By transferring Federation technology to the Kazon, you have violated the Prime Directive. Seska says, no, it's Carey. He's the one. He never trusted the Maquis, and he's using this to frame us. Tell that to the brig. Seska says, you and your precious Starfleet principles. I did what was necessary. Your actions left us stranded in the Delta Quadrant. Kalal offered protection, and I made a decision. Catherine Janeway says, a decision that could have impacted an entire quadrant. Seska says, you lack resolve, Janeway. I don't. Compute Commander XJL. The traitor among us. With a triumphant smirk, Seska activates her transporter, revealing her trajectory as she escapes from the bridge. Janeway and the crew are left in shock. Catherine Janeway says she's getting away. Override the transportation in progress. Identify the destination of transport. Stop the transport. Captain says, I can't. A security lockout is in place. Identify the destination to transport. What is the destination of Seska's transport? A Kazon vessel. It is getting ready to go to warp. Get ready to fight and stop Seska. Catherine Janeway says battle stations. Lieutenant Nuez, yes, Captain. All systems ready. Okay. I mean, we are so much stronger. Okay. So we have Harry Kim, Tom Paris, and I think our only option is really... So what do we have here? Rousing speech. Well, he's dead. Maquis maneuver. Invasive maneuver. Shielding hacking. Instant shield recharge. I guess the only option is a rousing speech. Because we don't have coordinated attack. That's so annoying. I hate that. Instant shield recharge. Okay, you know what? But do we not have weapons then? Is that what that means? Because that's annoying. I don't even know what this... You know what? We gotta try it. YOLO. Resets the cooldown of all the other heroes' abilities to 4 seconds. Okay.
What are your orders, Captain?
Defensive actions, offensive actions, weapons, shields, engines, warp core.
Moving
Weapons.
to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields just ability ready, Captain.
Offensive action. Defensive action. Wait, hold on. That's not it. There we go.
An enemy is surrendered, Captain.
Oh, they did? Okay. Combat is paused. Okay. The enemy has surrendered. I'm gonna be honest, this is actually quite confusing.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Don't know what I'm doing half of the time.
Ability ready, Captain.
Nice, we won. Ooh, and we got supplies. Good. Okay, our hull status is at 78% though. Catherine Janeway says report. Lieutenant Nuez says the Kazon Raiders have been defeated, but Seska escaped with the Cull. Lieutenant Nuez says it's probable Seska and Cull will seek vengeance. I will recommend we prepare ourselves. Catherine Janeway says we've got a number. Lieutenant, we'll get ready for them. Carrie says, Captain, thank you for your faith in me throughout this whole traitor affair. I realize my Maquis comments were less than professional. For that, Lieutenant Torres, I sincerely apologize. Now, I understand why the captain appointed you chief engineer. You clearly deserve the chair. Congratulations. B'Elanna says, I appreciate that, Lieutenant Carey, truly. Catherine Janeway says, I'm pleased to see you both moving forward. I will leave you to it. I suspect our chief engineer and her new assistant chief engineer have a lot to discuss. Carrie says, I'm honored, Captain. B'Elanna says, I'm going to be counting on you, Carrie. I'm not up to date with all the latest Starfleet protocols. You're probably more familiar with the quirks of the warp core than I am right now, and I hope I can depend on you. Carrie says, I assure you, Lieutenant, you'll never get less than my best. Okay, so this one was completed. You can now move on to the next sector or remain in this one if you want to explore some more. Okay, let's stay here for a second because I do, even though my team is like, screw this section, there is some things I would like to do. So we have 8 before that. What do we have over here? I just wanted to look. I don't want to waste half of my energy. Okay, whatever. Life support's activated, especially to synthesize biological materials. So it's crafting stuff for us. That's great. So it crafts materials. Assign a hero room to receive efficient bonuses requiring a hero's attribute of... Well, I already have them assigned to other stuff, so I can't. Let's, Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to destroy your room. Dismantle. Emergency quarters are ready to be removed. That means some people are homeless, but that's okay because we are going to build them better crew corner, observation lounge. This might be interesting. We don't have that tier though, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll do this one. Okay. I just wanted, honestly, that was such a waste of time. I just wanted more energy cells. We could have saved half of it. Okay. Let's just risk it. YOLO. And now we have people sick. Nice. Okay, let's get out of here. People are getting annoyed. All right, we are now... It's not clear.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Seska, huh? Wasn't that a neat little surprise? Undercover agent running off with an intergalactic thug with bad hair and anger management issues? All we need now is a dashing hero to sweep in and save the day.
Says the person who marries somebody with anger management
Hero to
issues.
save the day. No, seriously. We've been playing cat and mouse with these Kazon for ages, and Kulla is nothing if not persistent. But we all know Seska's really the one pulling his strings. Give credit where it's due. She's good. Evil, but good. What's actually surprising is how well the crew's holding it together. No Starfleet versus Maquis brawl in the mess hall yet. Supplemental. Our sensors just picked up An unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. Captain wants to investigate this welcome diversion. That's my cue. Voyager isn't going to steer itself into its next big adventure.
Okay, homesick. Chakotay says the crew is increasingly homesick. It is more than just missing the Alpha Quadrant. There is a deep emotional weight that threatens to unravel our morale. I feel the strain in every corner of the ship. This journey tests not only our mission, but our very spirit as we press onward into the unknown. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's scan. Kazon fighter. Oops. Well, this is a really nice area for goodies. So that's good. Okay, that's 3. This is 3. That's 4. I think what we should do, go here, go there, go there, go there. Right? So we're going to the Kazon fighter first. Okay. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down by structurally sound and sealed with storage compartments. Let's just play it safe, kind of. Oh, it's better than nothing. Okay, next, let's go get some food. And it looks like the crew quarters are now ready. Looks like we have pretty much everyone good. Now, what did we build last? It was a battery compartment, right? What do we need with this one? I think we just need a different level. Okay, actually, we should check in here. Okay, yeah, let's research some stuff. So, transport bay, navigational deflector, resource analyst. This might be useful for us to research. Huh. You know what? Actually, let's do this one. Get our food being resourced. Being resourced? Being, you know, checked. Can we turn this on now? Okay, we can. No, we need to... What does the battery compartment do? Providing... It does nothing, apparently. It stores up to surplus energy from the warp core. Discharge temporary supply missing energy before gray mode is activated when energy's consumption. Okay, so it kind of like helps save some space, I guess. Phaser control room. Okay, well, let's get... We don't have any stuff for that. Okay, never mind. Holodeck. Do we want to do like another battery compartment then maybe? Cloaking device, metaphysic shields, Borg technology, combat. Right. Cloaking device, disruptor, control, crew, sick bay, and then maintenance, battery compartment. Well, we don't have any stuff right now anyway, so whatever. Running on emergency batteries. Okay. Use a shuttle to aid in research. Nice. We needed that. Let's go back to our ship for a second. Unlocking, upgrading main engineering. Unlock warp core tier 3, which raises maximum energy. In main engineering, most important warp core has different levels. I can't remember how to upgrade. Oh, we just need the extra material is what, that's how we do it. Duh. Okay, deploying. Nice. We are about to run out of cycles. Very confused though. Okay, well, what can we do about it? That's okay. People are gonna be hungry. Okay, out of order. Mess hall will now give out emergency rations. That's okay. It is okay. Everybody relax. Harrycam, Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Let's continue. We have been hailed by somebody on the surface. Their signature's unfamiliar. No match to our database. It's Hakonin. Ask Neelix about the signature. Hakonin. My people were at war with them for better half of the decade. They won. Any idea what they want from you? No. Answer the hail. On screen. I am Captain Cantor Janeway of the Federation Starship Voyager. You've requested to meet us. Dr. Jarrell says, as I stated, Captain, I would like to speak to a Talaxian named Neelix. Neelix says, I'm Neelix. What do you want? Dr. Jarrett says, I would prefer to speak with you in private. Your life might depend on it. Neelix says, just say what you have to say. Who are you anyway? Dr. Jarrell. Jetrel. Forgive me, I'm Dr. Mabor Jetrel. You're... Captain, he's a mass murderer. He developed a meteor and cascade a weapon of genocide, says Neelix. He killed my family. If I had been on Renax... Renax? Oh, God. My dyslexia. Renax? When the cascade hit, I would have died with them. Dr. Jarrell says, I won't deny it. I won't even try to apologize. I'm here to clean up the consequences of my sins. You are part of the team that sent the Renax to evacuate survivors, am I correct? Several of the researchers later developed meteoronemia. It's a disease caused by meteoron radiation and can lie dormant for years, but once it activates, the body atomic structure undergoes fission. Let me examine you and maybe... Neelix says, I am touched by your tender concern for my health, but I'd rather swim in Craylilian eels than be examined by you. Dr. Dret says, it's simply an examination. Your life may depend on it. Okay, so Catherine Janeway says, convince Neelix to be examined, which gives it 20 to 35%, or we can have Kess convince Neelix. Obviously, we should have Kess do it. Kess says, Neelix, if there's something wrong with you, our time together is precious. It would break my heart to lose even a moment. I should have said this with her voice. Neelix, if there is something with you, our time together is precious. It would break my heart to lose even a moment of it. Neelix says, alright, then. Do your examination, Doctor, but on my terms, we do it on Voyager, where we can keep an eye on you. Dr. Drettel says you won't regret it. Who lives on that kind of planet? Like, Neelix says, I'm not so sure about that. Catherine Janeway says, we'll prepare for everything for the procedure, Dr. Dret. Neelix is now unavailable. So, Xenobene, Intermediate Delta Quadrant Expert. With Neelix currently unavailable, his duties will be temporarily covered by Xenobene. This well-traveled Talaxian is a bit of reserve. He's seen his share of Delta Quadrant, even survived as a Kazon captive. He's a true survivor with a quiet, deep knowledge of the region. Xenobene sought Voyager, or refuge on Voyager when chaos erupted on Jabin's slave camp without allowing him to escape. His presence will ensure a seamless transition. You will learn a lot when you meet the wrong kind of people, says Xenobene. Okay. All right, this is the first place we need to go. It's 7 cycles, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to get there. We just need to get energy. So now we have researched the hydroponics bay. Okay. We need to get energy. So give us some energy. Are you kidding me? That was just bad luck. We'll deal with the thing going off in a second. Oh my god, there's so much happening right now. Risky an ambush or a quick beam aboard. Okay, let's just have the subtle bay. Okay, good. That's what we need. Okay, now that we've done that, we're gonna go into our ship. Everyone shut up. Okay, great. Now all that is done. Let's turn everything back on. All right, shut up. Okay, now we have researched the hydroponics bay. Let's research something about the crew, or maybe combat. We don't have anything in combat. Let's just start researching level 2 of combat, because that's going to be necessary, especially when we get in Borg territory. There are several people homeless, apparently. Why? Did we get a bunch of new crew members? Okay, what does Durrell say? Okay, Dr. Durrell says, my fears have been unfortunately true. Mr. Neelix is suffering from metromemia. Neelix says, so I'm dying. Dr. Durrell says, with my knowledge in Voyager's technology, we may have a chance to cure you. Catherine Janeway says, meaning? Your transporters, they can be a key to curing metromemia. Even with all these years after the bombardment, Renax is still surrounded by a Metron cloud. With the relative minor modifications, your transporter could possibly reveal a sample of this cloud. To what end? If I could isolate the free isotope that caused the illness, I could synthesize an antibody, in theory at least. Is the isotope stable enough for transportation? Dr. Durrell says, I believe so, Captain. However, it would require a few adjustments to your transporter room. Okay. So, let's ask Neelix how he feels. How are you coping with all of this, Mr. Neelix? Neelix says, I won't lie. I'm not ready to go. Not yet, even if it means letting that monster of a doctor anywhere near my homeworld again. Catherine Janeway says, we'll do everything in our power to help you, I promise. All right, let's order engineer to begin the process. Our engineering team is at your service, Doctor. Dr. Durrell says, thank you. And then Catherine Janeway says, helm, set a course for Renax. Okay, so now what we need to do in our science laboratory is we need to research transporter containment field. So we're going to get rid of that. Combat tier 2. It's in the science laboratory section. Transporter containment. Oh, containment field research papers. Is that what we're looking for? Let's hope so. If we go over here, will it say anything else? Not really. Okay. Well, hopefully that's what we're doing. We also need to investigate the ionized hydrogen cloud, it looks like, which, we're here, right? Yes. Okay, that's the one. So we're gonna go there, but we're gonna make our way here first. Deploy a collector probe. Please. Okay, good. Captain, if you have a moment, our supply of bionutrient gel packs is finite. Building a dedicated biolaboratory on board would allow us to synthesize a new bio-neutral gel pack. They require repairing of our life support systems, and they're also a fundamental component of constructing, upgrading many of our internal ships, rooms, and modules. Establishing this lab would grant us unparalleled self-sufficiency, ensuring Voyager can maintain and improve itself for a duration of our long journey. We've already done it. Captain, it's fully operational. We begin our synthesizing our own gel packs. This is a huge step for Voyager sufficiency. Yeah, because I was already ahead of you. Oh, we're already doing that anyway. No, we can't repair that yet. Okay, let's grab some food. Beam aboard an edible looking food source. That's so risky. Sensors detect a paleotic planet with diverse ecosystems whose oceans are home with multitude of planets, fish, and life forms. You don't, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Send a shuttle to the ocean to collect food, or analyze flora and fauna to safely gather edible food sources. That's not a bad idea. This one's apparently a better option, though. Isn't that weird? Nice. Okay, let's get some science points, because we kind of need that. Beam the android aboard and start repairs to assess its origin function, or scan the android to potentially gain insight in its origin or potential purpose. The scans reveal nothing about the android's origins. It appears to be a fully autonomous unit, but any assumptions about its original purpose, purely speculation. Voyager stores all its scan data in its database for potential future uses. Alright, so we just get science points. Nice. We need that anyway. We need power. We need power bad. Yes, I know. Okay. Duranium infestation. What? Captain, we have a problem. Some of our extraterrestrial organism has gotten in our cargo bays. They're multiplying fast and devouring our duranium reserves. We're looking at several duranium shortages if we don't act quickly. Our attempts to stop them haven't worked. They've adapted too fast. We need a new approach. Research and develop a biomolecular disruptor to halt the cellular replication. Destroy all duranium we have to get rid of the problem immediately. I don't want to do that. Do nothing. The organism will quickly die in this environment anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay. I guess that's immediately what we gotta do. So, stop everything we're doing. Is it in combat? Research biomolecular disruptor in the science laboratory. Okay. Oh, that's a crew quarter. Silly me. Okay, first of all, we need to turn this on. There we go. What do you mean this is... Oh, we have to abort. Abort that. We need to get this done. Uranium infestation. Okay, well, while it's getting eaten away, I guess, might as well go do other stuff then. Okay, carefully collect any loose fragments. Send a salvage team to retrieve all useful stuff. All right, let's just be careful. Asteroid field. Yes. Okay, what kind of trade option do we have? Okay, so you want to take 100% of that, and we get... What is this? I'm not sure what you're offering me. What is that? I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. That's the problem. Can you be clear? Like, what is this? I'm gonna say no, because I don't even know what I would be taking. Like, what? We're just gonna finish scanning everything in this area, and then I should probably finish for this evening. Okay, deploy for probes. Risk a shuttle send. Nice. It worked out. All right, let's get some food. Okay, you beam aboard an edible looking food source, analyze flora, send a shuttle to the ocean. Could have been awful. Okay, and then I think that will be the last planet of this particular sector. Okay, the biomolecular disruptor is now available. Okay, so we need to craft one in the workshop. Okay, and that takes 10 spins, it looks like. 10 spins. We're just gonna switch this on, but I think I'm gonna turn off the holodeck to save us some power, just for a couple of rounds, because that thing has so much energy and we can't risk it right now. Okay, now we need to go back here to the science lab and get a containment field being analyzed. Oh no, I think if we wait too long, it could be bad. So, let's just risk sending a shuttle. Okay, and then let's go analyze. Okay, Captain, we've reached the cloud. Orders? Approach. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, so Lieutenant Luenez says, Captain, the source appears to be Federation beacon. A Federation? Authenticate the signal. Lieutenant Luenez says this code has not been scheduled for an implementation until stardate 48423, a month after we left Deep Space Nine. Harry Kim says, Starfleet's looking for us. Support optimism. Catherine Janeway says, a glimmer of hope never hurts, Ensign. Now let's see what this beacon's about. Scan from afar, beam it aboard, tractor beam. Let's just scan from afar. Long-range scanners, Ensign. Harry Kim says, the cloud's interfering with our sensor ratings, Captain. And we're going in now? Oh, gone. It's a Kazon. Lieutenant Nuez says we're taking fire from the cloud. Kazon raiders are closing 1-5 mark. Hail them. Hail them. No response, Captain. Battle stations. Evasive maneuvers. Return fire. Is this all we got? Oh, B'Elanna. Instant shield recharge. Warp core overcharge. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, let's just stick with what we got.
What are your orders, Captain?
Offensive actions. Warp core. Engines.
Moving to
Weapons.
attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Defensive actions.
Moving to defend the front, Captain. Moving to defend the aft, Captain. Enemy shields. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, now let's go and... No. Let's attack.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we have victory. Nice. We got some good stuff out of it too. Nice. Okay, hull breach on deck 4. The swirling gas is the cloud after warning as a Kazon vessel emerges from the haze, ramming a shuttle directly into Voyager's hull. Sparks fly, arms blare, alarms blare, and the bridge crew is thrown into chaos through a rupture hull. Kazon warriors swarm aboard. Their motives unclear. Is a desperate attempt to cripple Voyager, or they have a sinister objective. Here Kim says, Captain, the Kazon are continuously matching our shield frequencies. They know our access codes. Lieutenant Nuez says they're targeting our transporter modules. They took one when they were aboard the ship. Harry Kim says they're hailing us. Kalal says, Janeway, I hope you enjoyed our little reunion. Catherine Janeway says, Kalal, the transporter module you stole was designed for Voyager. It's useless to you. He says, oh, is it so? Seska says, hello there. Remember me? I might look a little different. Chakotay says, Seska. Seska says, I'm in possession restoring my Kardashian physiology. Yes, Chakotay, I was spying on your precious Maquis the whole time. Surprised? Seska says, you should have guessed sooner. You were always so predictable. It's a relief to finally shed that pathetic Bajoran disguise. Seska says, anyways, Janeway, I see our crew and ship is still in one piece, despite your incompetence. Impressive. Stay calm and greet her, or return the compliment. No, wait! The crew has been united since you left. Coincidence? Seska says, I realize I was right. I meant to stay cool and collected. And I clicked the wrong one. Seska says they realize I was right. Well, this is a lovely chat. Goodbye. B'Elanna says, Deck 4's hull integrity is critical. The Kazon shuttle has to go now. Okay, so physically dislodge the shuttle, risking a decompression. Tow it out by one of our shuttles, which is like a 40 to plus. Transport it out beam by beam, piece by piece, which is 100% chance that it works. Do it? Use linked beaming to beam the shuttle out piece by piece. The shuttle's been successfully beamed out, Captain. Now we can focus on Kalal. Do we have a lead? Harry Kim says this sector is teeming with phenomena that interfere with our sensors. We're blind. Neelix says, forgive me, Captain, but this is after Kalal was the wisest course of action. All they've stolen is a small computer component. Lieutenant Nuez says the capabilities of the small computer component extend beyond simple transport. Its potential as a weapon possesses a significant threat to the sector. Chakotay says, I know Seska. The module is just a bait. She wants us. Catherine Davis says, we're blind. Go after the module. What if we let them have the... No, we go after the module. Let's be real. Your choice has consequences. They want to ambush us, then we'll turn the tables. We have prepared ourselves for a dual threat, the Kazon and this sector. We're in the dark, so be ready for anything at all times. Long-range sensors have been jammed by these phenomena. We have to rely on short-range. Scan for warp signatures, communication snippets, anything. All crew to your stations, yellow alert. Okay, but we need to find... Yes, this is where we need to go. Because this is, I think, where... Oh, we have to upgrade a stellar cartography, and we don't have that yet. Enhance Voyager's defense and offense capabilities to prepare for the confrontation. Reach at least 95 combat power. Research for clues to Kalal's whereabouts to flying to other systems. Okay, good idea. All right, let's get that repairing, and we can work on some defensive maneuvers, I think. How is the workshop going at our... We have 7 left. Okay. So we're good with this system, I think, right? This is the system we need to go to, but it is covered in a cloud. And we need to go... This is the one, because it's blue. So we need to go here. We need to save Neelix's life. So let's head out. Okay, containment field research papers, transporter containment field, and now transporter relay blueprints are now all available to us. Which we probably can do in workshop, I assume? Yes. So we have one more... Okay, Captain, it worked. We destroyed their cellular replication. Now the extraterrestrial organism is dying off. Great. Life support is now available to us. Okay, in the workshop, let's get this modified and go back to... Okay, so we need to do some research on combat abilities, which we're already doing, which is great. Harry Kimpton says, Captain, I'm picking up a strange energy spike. It's recent and the signature is almost identical to our transporter. Lieutenant Nunez, I can't say his name right. A possible module test. Analyze of the energy spike location may yield additional data regarding Kalal's movements. Catherine Jabez says, help. Proceed with caution. This could be part of Seska's trap. Okay. Well, let's scan everything in the area. I love how I said, oh, I'm just gonna do this one thing and end it. How far are we from that transport? Upgrade 9. Okay, well, you know what? I think I will leave it here then, because we've done quite a bit, and I have been recording for 1 hour and 13 minutes, and I did say I would record for only an hour today. So, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sarah. I'm the host of Sarah's Spare Corner. Sarah's Spare Corner encompasses gaming as well as arts, crafts, and various different forms of creativity. Additionally, I like sharing theories, concepts, and ideas as I am a philosophy major, and when I'm not bored, I travel places, and I might post about it. If you're on this Star Trek Voyager journey with me, let me know what you think of this game. I'm really enjoying it. It's very methodical. You have to be very strategic, even just based on what direction you're picking up resources. I'm having a lot of fun though. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Next video will be coming out soon, I suppose. But for now, I'm gonna say sayonara. Thank you for watching. Bye now.